Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, invites you now to join us at that country music party, Ozark Jubilee.
Welcome, friends, to the third big half hour of the Ozark Jubilee in Springfield, Missouri. And now here again is America's favorite country gentleman, Mr. Red Foley.
Well, here we go again. And let me say once again that it's wonderful to have all you folks here with your big placards showing out there from all over the country. We're sort of getting up steam for another half hour, and if you hadn't already kicked off your shoes and loosened up your collar, why, you start making yourself more relaxed and comfortable right now. For the benefit of any of you newcomers, this is the night that we picked to see if our show can't give a little help to an organization that helps everybody. The United Community Campaign in your own hometown. And starting off this portion, we have a young man. Looks like it might be going hunting over here. Got the old beagle hounds all ready. Marvin Rainwater. And a tune called Tennessee Hound Dog. Come on, sailor. Let's go hunting. Well, let's get a coon. Well, Sticky. We'll get him. Go on, Wolfie. Man, I just smell them molasses and sweet potatoes now, and that's cool. Get it. There go. Get it. There go. Get it. We're going with it. Well, that's the last time I buy a dog from Red Foley. Well, I'll tell you, well, the first person that says this dog is going to the shows, or this show's going to the dogs, is going to get thrown out on his ear. That's great, Marvin. Then here's a song coming up now that many of you have heard before many, many times. You've heard him do it on his MGM record, isn't it? Mercury, I'm sorry. And we've been looking forward to having him do it for you in person once more. He introduced this song here on our show some 4 or 5 months ago. So here is Jim Wilson and a song embodies probably the most precious words in all the world. Daddy, you know what? I love you. I own a mansion. I own the world. I own the heavens above. For my mind is at ease with my kids on my knees, making my dream world come true. I don't have the finest home in town. The car that I drive is old.
The way the good Lord has shined down on me is more precious to me than gold. He's blessed our house with children, bright and strong and healthy. When they hug my neck and kiss me, I know I'm really wealthy. For where on earth could money buy the happiness and joy of a little girl curled up on your lap for a fishing trip with your boy? Oh, there's many a man with money to burn who'd give it all up just to hear the soft little voice of his own little boy saying his evening prayer. I can fight the battles of life every day, take trials and disappointments with a smile. Because there's one thing I've got, no matter what, the love and devotion of my child. Yes, I'll always be rich, looked up to by all, get all from this world that I'm deep. When one of my kids climbs up in my lap and says, what, darling?
I love you.
I own a mansion, I own the world, I own the heavens of blue, for my mind is at ease with my kids on my knees, making my dream world come.
Great song, written by the young man who sang it for you, Jim Wilson of Mercury Records. Friends, if there's any chance at all to be coming to see us in person, we'd sure appreciate the opportunity to send you complete information on getting tickets. And all you have to do is drop us a postcard with your name and address. So tonight, how about sending us that postcard?
Oh, hi, I'm Jim Nars. I've just been reading the latest work of the Regal Pale brewmasters. And you know, between these covers is the most exciting, the most fascinating, the most... Well, here, let me show you. Now, this is a brand new edition, and once you pick it up, you just can't put it down. It's completely unrevised and unabridged. In fact, well, there hasn't been a change in this light and mellow Regal Pale taste for 3 generations. It's always the same fine, fun-loving beer, glass after glass. And boy, you'll want glass after glass, too, because Regal goes down so light and bright and breezy that you never have that stuffy, filled-up feeling. So let me heartily recommend this Beer of the Month Club selection for every month of the year. It's on your brew stands now at taverns and stores everywhere. Light and mellow Regal Pale, one of America's 2 great beers.
We'd like to answer a letter from a lady who wrote in asking if our little tadpoles were really midgets. Well, I'd like to say no, ma'am. They're just a bunch of the finest 3 to 9-year-old all-American boys and girls that you've ever seen in your life. So let's welcome the little tadpoles right here now. Hey!
Hey, boy, let's do some stick dancing. Yes, sir. Hey, boy, get the back step now. Now, Bobby Dick's real serious about this. He wants to get his money's worth. Yes, sir. He means business. Yes, sir. And there's Judy. Look at those little heels and toes go. Blue silk. Yes, sir. Our favorite back stepper, J-Bill. Then there's Bobby Ann. She's got magic in her heels and toes. Watch she go now. Eugene, I know he's got magic on his toes. And little Cotton, come on, boys, there you go. Heel toe.
youngsters are 3 to 9 years old, and already they can outdance all of us old-timers. Well, sir, you know, it isn't very often that I get concerned about Pete Stamper, but first of all, we got time. I'd like to introduce you to our little mules here, these little donkeys. Can you folks see this all right? This is Mimi. And here is, Pete. Pete, you have changed, my boy. You, taking life a little easier, huh? Let's see who this guy, he looks, y'all recognize this guy here? It says Ernest on there. It don't give his last name. But, he looks a little familiar, a little younger than usual. Well, speaking of Pete, here he is, our ambassador of goodwill, and not this Pete here, Pete Stamper, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. First off, I'd like to tell y'all what this is and what I got it for. As you can tell, that's a keyhole there. I didn't want nobody to think I was a peeping Tom with a portable peep with me. But what happened 2 weeks ago, I sent off and got me a mail order lessons on how to get to be a hotel detective. And this is what they sent me, part of it. What I'm supposed to do is look through it and practice looking through it every day and just imagine what I'm seeing. Y'all ought to have seen what I imagined I saw last night. I don't especially want to be a hotel detective, but it's just hanging around in hotels that I like. Of course, that comes from me being raised up in Dawson Springs, Kentucky, and we've got one of the best hotels around in that part of the country there in our hometown. It's the tallest building around there. It's 4 stories high, and, well, actually, it's just 3 stories high, but we've got a slow elevator. And it takes a good 5 minutes for the elevator to go from the 1st floor to the 3rd. And that's quite a bit of time, considering we ain't got no 2nd floor in there between. Of course, 5 years ago, I couldn't have bragged on our hotel like I can now, because, well, it just wasn't too much punking down there. They hadn't had any competition or anything. See, 5 years ago, quite a few of the folks around in Dawson Springs kind of went a little modern and put some up-to-town plumbing in their houses. And of course, that left quite a bit of outside conveniences that wasn't being used. And we had a feller down there that bought them up, put them out there on the side of the road and all in a bunch and painted them one color. And that's what's better known now as the Half Moon Motel there at home. Of course, there's only one thing wrong with the hotel now, and if you all find it out if you ever go through there, it's they don't have as much business as they need in order to hire enough people to work around there. So if y'all ever stop in there, 9 chances out of 10 you'll have to make your own bed. Of course, they furnish their hammer and nails and the boards right out back there. But I never was there but one time, and that was the time that I went from here down there, and I got in there about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there wasn't nothing way to get out home but hoof it, and I decided I'd just stay in the hotel that night. But as luck would have it, I got in there, and they was having a school convention, and all the rooms was took but one, and it was half took. And the desk clerk told me there's a red-headed school teacher staying in there. I thought, well, I'm just going to walk on home, and I got thinking, I'm red-headed myself, and so I just went on up there and stayed with him all night long. I've got to go now.
Friends, you and all of us have a date right back here to welcome 3 fine youngsters, 2 of them from out on the West Coast, singer Dallas Frazier and that wonderful star of the steel guitar, Mr. Speedy West, and a fellow who's been a guest previously on the program. We certainly are looking forward to having him back. That's Mac Wiseman. But now, friends, give just a minute's worth of thought to this.
This is the Missing Persons Department. Now, here's where we try to find what persons are missing, like, well, some people are missing their wallet, or a gold tooth, or, well, last year's gas bill, or any manner of things. But there is one important thing that a few people seem to be missing, and that is the fun of drinking light and mellow Regal Pale beer. Are you? Well, if you are, follow me to the greatest case of my whole career. And here it is. Now, as we open the case, we find Exhibit A, 24 copious cans of the most frolicsome, fun-loving beer you ever tasted. Now, of course, it's elementary, Watson, to sample the evidence. One taste, Watson, and you deduct that the contents, this bright, fun-loving flavor is unmistakably, unchangingly Regal Pale. So, why be missing a bet or a beer? As long as it's Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Your name is Joe Slattery?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'd like to tell you folks, Joe just mentioned to me a very important service that's supported by the United Fund and Community Chest contributions, and it's a service that's just naturally very close to the heart of a fellow who's seen nearly every part of this old world as a member of Uncle Sam's Air Force. So, Joe, why don't you tell the folks all about it, huh?
Well, I'd like
I'll
to.
move over here and
okay,
take over.
thank you a lot. Well, that service, of course, friends, is the USO. You know, sometimes overseas, it's the link with home that means the difference between being the most homesick and the most unhappy kid in the world, or a youngster's having himself a regular adventure. He knows a place he can always go for some good old American hot dogs and apple pie. So if I can make just a little personal appeal to you, give the United Way and do your bit to keep the USO going full blast, because believe me, it's a much-needed service. Thank you a lot, Red.
Very well put there, Joe. Thank you very much. And now, our young man, Sonny James, and a beautiful song, This Kiss Must Last Forever.
In the space of a heartbeat and a twinkle of an eye, your whole world can tumble, you'll wish you could die. If your love of a lifetime should tell you like this, darling, I love another, this is our last kiss. Oh, burn my lips with one more kiss, sweetheart, from me to remember. I'm stepping out of the picture tonight. This kiss must last me forever. Fire with water, sit and cry for your blues. Carry flowers to your sweetheart, help it when you lose. But the question unanswered has my mind in a whirl. What to do with a heart that loves only one girl? In the space of a heartbeat and the twinkle of an eye, your whole world can tumble, you'll wish you could die. If your love of a lifetime should tell you like this, darling, I love another, this is our last kiss. Oh, burn my lips with one more kiss, sweetheart, from me to remember. I'm stepping out of the picture tonight. This kiss must last me forever.
Song, well done. Well, so here is Jim Edward and Maxine Brown back once again. And they were going to do a kind of a confusing sort of a song called You Thought I Thought, didn't they?
Honey.
What?
Don't think.
We'll have for you this week's inspirational poem from the Keepsake album.
Ever use one of these? It's a witching wand. It's just a branch of willow, supposed to help you find water. Well, I guess they may work all right, but boy, when you're really thirsty, there is nothing quite like a tall, cold bottle of Regal Pale. You just pour the cool, clean, convivial contents into a bright and happy glass. And not only does it quench your thirst, but that light and mellow Regal Pale flavor tastes so downright good that you just want more and more. And, of course, you can drink glass after glass of Regal because it goes down so light and bright and breezy that you'd never have that stuffy, filled-up feeling. Best of all, to find Regal, you don't have to be a wizard of the witching wand or master of the mahogany or chief of the Chinese cranberry bush. Just ask for it at any tavern or store. Light and mellow Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Tonight, friends, a Red Foley Keepsake album selection with a world of meaning. It's entitled simply Providence.
You know, there's an unseen hand that guides with care the migrant birds along their trackless way from climes where fragrant zephyrs gently play to find a nesting place with wisdom rare. Tell me how they know when to prepare for a southern flight and where to feast each day. By wise retreat, they miss mad winter's fray and find a refuge rich beyond compare. You know, the same kind of hand, unseen by keenest eye, now yearns to shape the destinies of men and pilot them o'er life's enchanted seas. Yield to its touch as birds that fly. Fear not to sail life's trackless ways, and then all clouds will lift, revealing life's brightest days. Shepherds watch over the little white sheep. The lighthouse is shining for ships out at sea. As God keeps the night watch for you and for me. So sleep, sleep in peace and rest. Don't be afraid of the darkness. All's well far over the land and the sea. God's keeping the night watch for you and for me. So sleep, sleep in peace and rest. Don't be afraid of the darkness. All's well far over the land and the sea. God's keeping the night watch for you and for me. Well, sir, I hope that you'll all remember that whatever name the Community Campaign is in your area, that you'll give generously. And right now, this is Red Foley saying thanks so much to you folks for being with us. And on behalf of all of our Ozark Jubilee gang, saying good night, thank you very much for coming. And if you can't come to see us, why, be sure and write to us, won't you? Good night, bless your heart, and thank you very much.
From Springfield, Missouri, produced by Crossroads.
Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, invites you to join us next week when we again bring you the Ozark Jubilee.
ABC Television Network.